Hey all, I'm Felicia, aka Dreaming Felicia, a junior here at Penn State University, majoring in information sciences and technology with a focus in design and development. So a lot of what I do is code. I find future tech and tech that is moving forward quite interesting because it might be something that I might be working on after graduation and it will impact me in the future as well in other ways in my everyday life. So I like to talk about and kind of explain how my experiences as a student sort of point of view on these future techs. I found this interesting article about future tech and artificial intelligence, something that we do see every day and will be seeing much in the future. This article explains about how scientists think about as long as the robot works, it doesn't matter how the humans think or see how it works. It doesn't matter as long as the robot does its job. The XAI program kind of sees this differently. That if the humans understand what the robot is doing, and if the robot is able to adapt to its environment, these AIs can be utilized a lot more efficiently. Take, for example, that I found in this article, a Roomba. Sometimes Roombas, most of the time, they do their job. They clean the carpets, they go back and forth to make sure they get all the surfaces. But sometimes there might be interesting behavior from them when they might look like they're turning every which one way, trying to decide what path. Are they confused, or is that something that they're supposed to be doing? If we had a more logical explanation what they're doing, whether if it was confused or if it was supposed to be doing that, if it was just trying to figure out its next path, then we'd be able to help the robot do its job more efficiently. So the XAI program actually had 150 volunteers or subjects. We split into two groups, one that had no explanation, and another group that had both the symbolic planner, a written description, as well as the haptic model, which is a pictured explanation as seen on this video thumbnail, where the model was color coded and it just kind of represented what the machine is doing, while the symbolic planner went through with words showing exactly what it was doing with the written explanation. So one had both and the other group had neither. As we'd think, the group that actually had both explanations trusted their robots more. But what I found was interesting is actually the written description, not the pictures, was more trusted than the pictures. But both had high trust satisfaction. So they did a lot of these tests, and this article does explain that from a black box model where the robot just does what it's supposed to do, you might want to think about moving to a toolbox model versus a clear box model where everything is exposed, all the inner workings are exposed, whereas the toolbox model, where they pick and choose what kind of information might the user need in order to operate the machinery more effectively. So the users would want to know what's going behind the scenes as well. So XAI is trying to encourage roboticists to actually implement these ideas that the users would want to know what's happening behind the scenes in order to foster trust among the human user base. It would help understand if the robot is either broken or processing. So we're trying to encourage roboticists to take a step back, to explain what's happening, and maybe even move on to explaining why it's happening in a way that's understandable. So moving forwards, a piece of tech that I would want to learn more about would be smart speakers, Amazon Alexas and Google Home, and kind of understand how they work. Something that has AI in them and are in millions of homes across the country nowadays. Thank you for listening, and I'll see y'all next time.